Welcome to Own Your Words. Biographical. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Biographical. Biographical. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Biographical facts, notes, or details are concerned with the events in someone's life. 2. Anything biographical has to do with the story of someone's life. 3. Containing, consisting of, or relating to the facts or event person's life. 4. The definition of biographical is information about a person's life, or details about the life of a person. Examples. 1. There was a biographical note about the author, on the back of the book. 2. The biographical literature contains hints of extramarital love, and at times hard data. 3. Naively I thought that he himself would make a good model, for a biographical sketch. 4. A collected edition of his works, with a biographical preface, was published in 1737. 5. Our knowledge of Arnold's life comes from the Chronica, and his own biographical notes. 6. The documents are not biographical about Mr. Smith to a significant extent. 7. He also starred in a biographical miniseries, about the making of a design star. 8. The site is clean and colorful, and also provides biographical information on the band. 9. Almost all medical release forms will have a section that requires biographical data. 10. Any attempt to assemble the usual biographical data quickly runs into trouble. 11. I now wanted to give time to writing the book of biographical sketches I had planned. 12. He went off into a biographical sketch, while people in line shuffled impatiently. Chronological. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Chronological. Chronological. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Chronological is the order in which things actually happened. 2. If things are described or shown in chronological order, they are described, or shown in the order in which they happened. 3. If you refer to someone's chronological age referring to the number of years they have lived, in contrast to their mental age, or the stage they have reached in their physical, or emotional development. Examples. 1. He searched the chronological roster, until he found what he was looking for. 2. Whatever, chronological age should be a central theoretical concern of social gerontology. 3. Unlike chronological event number, several events have the same goal invocation number. 4. Your own biological age is 5 years younger than your chronological age. 5. Add 5 years to your chronological age to see how your brain is ticking along. 6. It is important not to confuse a person's social age with his or her chronological age. 7. The chronological center of the Great Beehive tombs seems to be slightly lower. 8. But the story of Agarist wooing resembles romance, and has slight chronological value. 9. In the chronological development of our subject, we have now to turn to the Orient. 10. He set up the computer program to sort through the data in chronological order. 11. All of Jason's music albums are arranged in chronological order on the shelves. 12. I recommend reading his books in chronological order, it's much more enjoyable that way. Classical. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Classical. Classical. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. You use classical to describe something that is traditional in form, style, or content. 2. Classical music is music that is considered to be serious and of lasting value. 3. Classical is used to describe things relate to the ancient Greek or Roman civilizations. 4. A classical language is a form of a language that was used in ancient times, and is now no longer used, or only used in formal writing. Examples. 1. This is probably the safest choice that a rookie classical music giver can make this season. 2. But these classical kids just stood around in rehearsal, waiting to be shown what to do. 3. The above examples are all slightly parodied versions of classical dance steps. 4. As a social service, how about installing our own classical music boombox? 5. It's learned, hieratic, almost classical music, made by players from an hereditary elite. 6. Only listen to classical music on the radio, or her beloved Chopin on the gramophone. 7. The bus driver washed the windows, as a classical music tape played from his dashboard. 8. Where titles are concerned, classical music has its own variations on the theme. 9. I never learned to play a musical instrument, but I love to listen to classical music. 10. People always assume that, because I am into classical music, I'm a jazz aficionado. 11. There's a concert tomorrow at Musson. Do you like classical music? He asked. 12. My father saw my interest in classical music as another sign that I was trying to be wise. Clinical. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Clinical. Clinical. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Clinical means involving, or relating to the direct medical treatment, or testing of patients. 2. You use clinical to describe thought, or behavior which is very logical, and does not involve any emotion. 3. Relating to treating, testing people who are sick. 4. Relating to a hospital, or clinic. 5. Considering only the facts, and not influenced by personal feelings. 6. A clinical building, or room is very plain and clean, but not attractive or comfortable. Examples. 1. A formal marriage agreement sounds clinical, but it can be a good idea. 2. However, this study has been criticized, on both clinical and laboratory grounds. 3. His words were harsh and clinical, I don't love you anymore. It is over. I am leaving you. 4. Certainly not clinical finishing, letting England off the hook at a few key moments. 5. She spent 15 years as a clinical psychologist, with the Northumberland Health Authority. 6. We were going to paint our kitchen white, but we decided that would look too clinical. 7. Nearly all defectors arrive at HANA 1, showing clinical symptoms of paranoia. 8. Most of the records were dry and clinical, expenses, census reports, oil leases. 9. The first phase of clinical trials on humans started just 18 months ago. 10. Remorse aside, Farmer and Jim knew the clinical facts of Jack's death were the real issue. 11. Don't be clinical, don't try to force her into anything, don't talk to her, she hates that. 12. She enjoys her clinical practice, but is looking forward to working in a laboratory. Comical. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Comical. Comical. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. If you describe something as comical, you mean that it makes you want to laugh, because it seems funny or silly. 2. Something comical is humorous, amusing, silly, or just plain funny, it makes people laugh. 3. Behavior or situations that are comical are funny in a strange, or unexpected way. 4. Causing amusement, humorous, funny, droll. 5. Making you want to laugh, amusing. Examples. 1. After this comical entry, the problems of a sweep's life are soon apparent. 2. The idea, of course, was to make the victim comical rather than pitiful. 3. Serious descriptions of violence are, mixed with obviously cartoonish, and comical threats. 4. Footy minutia is turned over, and inspected to almost comical degrees. 5. Politicians long to appear substantial, which is often comical to behold. 6. Without really meaning to, Chuck proves her right in 7 comical episodes. 7. Carlo looked so comical, striding along in a coat which nearly touched the ground. 8. The swift change of expression might have been comical had she not been the cause. 9. The film tells the tale of how the two end up falling in love in comical fashion. 10. Some perform acrobatic stunts and dances while others are more comical in nature. 11. This part of it would have been comical, if the results were not so grotesque. 12. He had looked strangely comical, like a bad actor auditioning for a solemn part in a play. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Meanings and examples are available in video description.